What's going on, baseball enthusiasts? The Atlanta Braves recently signed former Yankees outfielder Alex Verdugo to a one-year deal. But it was a bit of a head-scratcher for some, especially considering it happened so late in spring training. And he was even optioned to their minor league camp. You sent over this article. And it seems like there might be more to the story than just needing to ramp up. Let's dig into the details emerging about why teams might have been hesitant to snatch up Verdugo this winter. Alex Verdugo, a player with a decent track record in the majors, ended up signing a one-year, $1.5 million deal with the Atlanta Braves just last week. That's a pretty modest contract for a player who was a regular in the Yankees outfield. What's even more notable is that the Braves decided to option him to their minor league camp because he missed the first 5 weeks of spring training and needed to get back into game shape. While needing to ramp up is understandable, the article suggests there might be other underlying reasons for the delayed signing and the initial assignment to the minors. According to a report from longtime Boston baseball writer Peter Abraham, off-field issues might have significantly hindered Verdugo's opportunities this winter. Apparently, his ongoing problems with punctuality and professionalism have been a red flag for multiple clubs, including his former teams, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. It seems talent can only take you so far if you're not showing up on time or maintaining a professional demeanor. The article highlights Verdugo's time with the Boston Red Sox, where his relationship with manager Cora reportedly became strained. In 2023, Cora famously benched Verdugo after repeated instances of tardiness, even after previous warnings. Abraham points out that this was a clear indication of how off-field behavior can directly impact a player's playing time and overall value to a team. It sounds like Verdugo's alarm clock might have been his biggest rival during his time in Boston. Interestingly, the Yankees, who acquired Verdugo from the Red Sox before the 2024 season, were reportedly surprised that he hadn't signed with a team until the last week of spring training. They even publicly praised him as a teammate and player. However, the article notes that despite this positive sentiment, the Yankees themselves made no effort to retain Verdugo after his one season in pinstripes. This suggests that while they might have appreciated his on-field contributions, there might have been some underlying concerns that prevented them from offering him a new contract. The article also delves into character questions surrounding Verdugo that trace back to his time as a minor leaguer in the Los Angeles Dodgers system. He was reportedly present at a gathering where a teammate was later investigated for sexual assault. While Verdugo was never charged with any wrongdoing, the incident has apparently cast a lingering shadow on his reputation. These kinds of off-field associations can sometimes make teams hesitant, even if the player wasn't directly involved. Despite these concerns, Verdugo's on-field performance with the Yankees wasn't terrible. He batted .233 with 13 home runs and 61 RBIs in the regular season and even started 14 games during their playoff run because his defense was considered better than Jasson Dominguez's at the time. Interestingly, Verdugo stirred the pot a bit this spring training with Yankees fans. As Dominguez was struggling with the transition to left field, Verdugo posted a video of himself making big defensive plays, accompanied by a cryptic message that led some fans to speculate he might be closing in on a deal to return to the Bronx. It seems that didn't pan out, and he ended up in Atlanta instead. Simulates a quick search for more information about Alex Verdugo's off-field reputation and the specific incidents mentioned. It appears Peter Abraham's reporting aligns with a general perception of Verdugo having some maturity and professionalism issues throughout his career. The benching by Cora was a pretty public display of those concerns. While the Yankees might have had a more positive experience, their decision not to re-sign him despite needing outfield help could indicate that the underlying issues were still a factor. The Braves, known for taking chances on talented players, might be hoping that a change of scenery and a fresh start can help Verdugo turn the page. It seems like Alex Verdugo might need to invest in a really reliable alarm clock and maybe a course on professional etiquette. It's a shame because he clearly has talent, but these recurring reports about his off-field behavior seem to be following him around. You have to wonder if he's fully grasping how these issues can impact his career and his value to potential teams. For the Atlanta Braves, signing Verdugo to a relatively inexpensive one-year deal could be a low-risk, high-reward move, if he can get his act together. focus on baseball, and perform to his potential. He could be a valuable addition to their outfield depth. However, if the old habits resurface, they're not locked into a long-term commitment. Sending him to the minors to start the season might be their way of sending a message that they expect him to be ready and professional when he gets the call to the big leagues. So, the Alex Verdugo saga continues in Atlanta. He's got another opportunity to prove himself on the field. But he'll also need to demonstrate that he can be a reliable and professional teammate off the field. Whether he can overcome these lingering concerns remains to be seen. It'll be interesting to watch how his story unfolds with the Braves. What are your thoughts on Alex Verdugo's situation? Do you think he can turn things around in Atlanta? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe for more MLB news and analysis. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action. We'll see you in the next one. Former Yankees outfielder Alex Verdugo finally signed a one-year deal with the Atlanta Braves last week. But it took longer than some might have expected. Now, according to a report from longtime Boston baseball writer Peter Abraham, some details are emerging about why teams might have been hesitant to sign him this offseason. The video suggests that off-field issues may have played a significant role in limiting Verdugo's opportunities this winter. Apparently, ongoing concerns about his punctuality and professionalism significantly impacted his standing with various clubs, including his former team, the Boston Red Sox. As many of you know, Verdugo was traded from the Red Sox to the Yankees before the 2024 season. And according to the video, his relationship with Red Sox manager Alex Cora had become strained. In fact, back in 2023, Cora famously benched Verdugo after repeated instances of tardiness, even after previous warnings. This, the video highlights, is a clear example of how off-field behavior can directly affect a player's value and opportunities. Interestingly, despite these reported issues, the Yankees were reportedly surprised that Verdugo remained unsigned until late in spring training. They even praised him as a teammate and a player. However, the video also notes that the Yankees ultimately made no effort to retain him, suggesting that they too might have had some concerns. The character questions surrounding Verdugo apparently go back even further to his time as a minor leaguer in the Los Angeles Dodgers system. The video mentions a report that he was present at a gathering where a teammate was later investigated for sexual assault. Verdugo was never charged with any wrongdoing, but the incident has reportedly cast a lingering shadow over his career. On the field, Verdugo batted .233 with 13 home runs and 61 RBIs last season. He also played a significant role in the Yankees' playoff run due to his defensive abilities. It's worth noting that Verdugo did stir up a little bit of chatter this spring training with Yankees fans by posting a video of himself making some nice defensive plays while Jasson Dominguez was struggling in left field. Some fans speculated that he might be hinting at a potential return to the Bronx. But ultimately, he landed in Atlanta. So, it seems like while Alex Verdugo has talent on the field, there might be some off-field concerns that have followed him throughout his career and could have impacted his free agency this winter. He'll now look to prove himself with the Atlanta Braves after missing the first 5 weeks of spring training. What do you think about this situation? Let us know in the comments below. Nguyen Va Noi Dung Lien Quan